The Florida Keys, a true dream for a kayak angler. And if you've never gotten the chance to toss a line on these bridges, you need to, because you truly never know what you might find. Oh! What the heck do we have here? Good fish. Giant mutton. Giant mutton. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video of Summertime Outdoors. And if you cannot already tell by this beautiful water behind me, we are in the Florida Keys and we're going to be fishing the infamous 7 Mile Bridge today. And we are getting a pretty late start because I attempted to catch bonefish and permit on some flats nearby today and I failed tremendously. I did not see either of those species, so we are dealt with some windy and strong current conditions on the bridge today, but I think we can make it happen. I've had some really awesome days on this bridge before, so that's going to be the plan. And hopefully the goal is going to be snapper, grouper, yellow jacks, tarpon, you name it, you can catch it on this bridge. So we do have the buffalo fish bag with us today as well, because I caught a giant mutton snapper last time I was here and a bunch of nice mangrove snapper as well. So we may be able to take home some dinner in the process. So we're gonna get to fishing. Got a pretty far pedal out to some pylons where I've done well in the past. So we're gonna enjoy ourselves, eat some salted nuts, and hopefully slay some big fish today. So let's go. All right, y'all, we're gonna start by throwing a little swim bait. But there are a lot of weeds in the water, so I'm gonna rig this thing weedless on a Halse jig head. It's a swivel jig head, and you can rig a bait weedless on that EWG hook. And I'm gonna tie a nice knot on there, throw on a salt strong mulligan, and we're gonna get to chucking on some of these bridge pilings. And I love fishing this bridge because it's just so diverse. You never know what species you're gonna catch, what's gonna be biting that day. I have not caught a tarpon off this bridge yet, but I've caught just about everything else. But literally, you never know what you're gonna catch. I had a buddy catch cobia off this bridge before. I caught a giant mutton last time I fished here, so we're just gonna see what we can do. And then that little hook, you just bury a little bit in that swim bait, and that baby will be weedless, like so, and all them weeds won't get on there. And this is a Bates Goat SW200 on a Jigging World Night Ranger, 7 foot, 2 heavy, or I think, yeah, it's a medium heavy. So that's gonna be the setup. We're gonna get up to the bridge, start chucking. There's a fish. Good fish. Was that a big mutton? Big mutton snapper. Keeper mutton. Oh, first fish of the freaking day is a keeper mutton snapper on that weedless jig head. Fourth cast of the freaking day, man. You gotta be kidding. All right, that fish cut me real good on my leg and my finger. Double whammied me. I'm gonna get back up to the bridge here. I gotta unzip that bag and put this snapper in there without dropping it in the water. All right, let's keep on fishing. And that big swim bait Got that first victim of the day, so let's rig back up, catch some more fish. Alright, we haven't really gotten any other action on the swim bait here. I'm gonna make a switch to something. What am I gonna switch to? Squidtrex. Maybe a little bit smaller of a profile. Alright, well, a few bites on the Squidtrex. I'm gonna try throwing this little Nomad Vibe Max 95 around. I've actually never fished the Vibe on the bridge, just the Squidtrex. The Squidtrex usually just hammers fish all day, but it's also just tough to get in good position right now. The wind, the weeds, the mediocrity holding the rod. Mediocrity, I guess you would say. Who knows? I barely graduated college. All right, let's catch a fish, man. Come on. Well, the first cast with the Vibe got snagged in the seat bag, or in my buffalo bag. So that tells you how great I am at fishing. Good hooks, sharp hooks. Come on. Son of a buck. Well. All right. Let's try not to snag the fish bag again. I got a feeling, woo-hoo, that this piling's gonna have a monster mutton, baby. There's a bite. There he is. Nice mangrove snapper. It ain't no big old mutton like I wanted, but it's something. Ow, son of a. All right, let's use the pliers and our brains a little bit today. Open up. Okay. Feisty little guy. All right. Let's get back to it, baby. Come on, let's catch some fish. There he is. A little bit bigger of a mangrove there. It's cool how the mangroves, like when you catch them like up in the backwater, like they get super dark, and then when they're out in this bright water, sandy bottom, they get lighter like that. But I'll tell you what, they're not big, but they sure know how to hit a bait hard. I'm sure there's a big one down there. I haven't caught a giant mangrove off this bridge yet, but I've caught in some 15, 16 inchers before, which is really nice. They just get better fillets off of them, so I don't really enjoy keeping like 10 to 12 inch fish. Usually 13, 14 is what I go for with them. We're kind of at slack tide right now. Bait has not. We started off hot, man. We started off hot. And then we cooled down a lot. All right, y'all, we're going back to a Squidtrex. The Vibe was working, but the weeds were getting snagged on it real easily. So this one doesn't have treble hooks, and I wasn't getting any grass on it when I was throwing it before. So we're gonna try it again, see if we can catch some fish on it. No jacks or yellow jacks yet. Just that big mutton and a bunch of little grunts and some decent mangroves, nothing crazy. But we got a lot of bridge left and a lot of daylight left. And this place never lets me down. It already hasn't let me down with that mutton. But if you're wondering about the setup, I think I already talked about the Rise, the Jigging World hybrid. What is it, a 7-foot medium rod, and is a 4,000 Evict or 3,000 Tsunami Evict, and I run 30-pound Nomad Panderra braid on it, a 40-pound leader, squidtrex 95 tied on. Super sensitive, can feel everything that's happening. So we'll see if we can finally hook up to something big after that mutton. We got a fish on, but it's in this bridge. I think he's out, but it's very big. And it's pulling me away from the bridge though, at least. What the heck do we have here? It's gotta be a grouper. Hooked up. There's a big fish, man. I'm undergunned here. I don't want to put too much heat. Oh, no, no. Oh, why'd I do that? You're such an idiot. I'm such an idiot. That was a big freaking grouper. Oh, you live and you learn, I guess, but that was a dumb mistake. I don't know if I would have landed that thing, but I definitely should not have put my hand on there. It was going back towards the bridge, and it was probably too big for me to even catch, honestly, but that thing hammered the squidtrex, and then it went into the bridge, and I'd wait for him to swim out, and then I got him away, and then I just broke off. Sad, sad ending there. I know, don't touch the spool, you're an idiot, you suck at fishing, all the comments, I know. You can say it, you can say it, you can say it. Oh man, but we're gonna tie on another squiddy, get back to fishing. We really have not had much action at all. I don't know if I got hit and then a grouper ate whatever I had, or I don't know what happened, but all I know is that was a very big fish. All right, y'all, well, the wind and current are starting to go against each other, and it's getting a little dicey, not too bad, but I downsized to a squidtrex 85, see if I could just get more bites, because I really haven't been getting anything other than that grouper and that one other mutton snapper have been really it so far. But this tide's starting to turn around and move really good, so hopefully these fish start feeding again soon. There he is. Good fish, way off the bridge. I think it's a big mutton, actually. Feels like a big one, at least. It's a big mutton, very big mutton. Oh! Big shark under it. Woo! A monster shark just came up on that fish. And we have our second keeper mutton of the day, I believe. All right, y'all, there's another. No. Well, there was another keeper mutton, and then it just flopped out of my hands and went into the drink. So we had our second keeper mutton, emphasis on had, and now we're back to square one. Well, I cannot believe, well, I kind of can believe I just dropped that mutton in the water, but that was very disappointing because I think that was a keeper and I didn't have a chance to measure it or anything, so we're gonna have to catch another one, which isn't the end of the world, but like I said, this tide's starting to move, these fish are fired up. Let's go catch some more. There's a fish. That was a mutton came up and ate it right there. That thing came up to the surface to eat it, man. Spitting up shrimp. I almost watched that thing come up and eat it. The squidtrex is putting off so much flash. Oh my gosh. It's putting up so much flash in the water, I guess these fish can see it from a mile away, and now both hooks are in them. All right, buddy, let's do some surgery on you. There we go. Now. All right, y'all, well, we're gonna start making our way back into the launch. We've been fishing, grinding on these pilings for hours. And we did get a little flurry of some nice muttons, but after that I have not really gotten any bites, a few little grunts, and that's about it. So I'm gonna start working my way back down these pilings and hit the ones that I hit on the incoming tide and hit all those on the outgoing and see if that changes my luck. But little squidtrex and, you know, throwing just about everything I've had on these pilings, and that little squidtrex has worked the best, and then that big swim bait has also worked, and we may even get that vibe back out and try that again because there's not as many weeds now, but I don't know. I want to get back to the launch before dark, and we got about 2.5, 3 miles to go. So let's fish the rest of the day, see what we can find. There's a fish. Good fish, it feels like. Feels like a mutton. Yep, good mutton. Oh, another nice mutton, baby. Took us about 3 hours, but we caught another mutton. Definitely short, but beautiful fish on the squidtrex nonetheless. Try to get a proper release, but they always do that. And we have been grinding our butts off for that one. The hell is that little thing? I have no idea what kind of fish that is. Look at the colors on that little thing. Wow. That is beautiful. What the heck is that thing? If you know, let me know, because that is a beautiful little fish. I mean, look at that. What the heck is that? I don't know if I was supposed to touch that or not. I hope it's not poisonous. I don't know what that was, but it was cool looking. It was about as big as my lure, but there he is. Good fish. Nice mutton. Snapper. That's all we catch. Our muttons. Mutton, mutton, mutton. Mutton but fun. Ow! What a pleasant release that was, huh? Mutton but fun, baby. Good fish. Really good fish. what it is. Fighting like a mutton. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Please don't break off. Please don't break off. Giant mutton. Giant mutton. Giant mutton. Giant mutton, yes! Oh my gosh, let's go. Let's go. Not into the piling, but let's go in general. Not into the piling. Oh man, that just made my freaking day. Whew. Oh my gosh, that is a big mutton snapper, dude. Holy crap, that's huge. Oh my gosh, that was insane. That is a giant snapper, dude. Look at that freaking mutton snapper, man. Well over 20 inches, right on that little squidtrex. We've been grinding all day. Both those hooks are right in there in the corner. That fish was not coming off. That's the one we were looking for, guys. My golly. What a fish and what a battle on that giant mutton snapper right there, man. I don't want to be too, you know, after the last mishap we had, we are not letting this one get back. That is a hammer mutton snapper. Oh man, that is why you come to the Keys, baby. That is why you come to the Keys. Okay, we're ready to get back to it. I'm gonna get this squidtrex back up and running and keep on fishing. See if we can't get another big mutton like that. Oh yeah. There's a fish. Good fish. Good fish. Big mangrove right there. That is gonna go in the bag as well. Yeah. No, that's another failure. I suck. I am a terrible, terrible fisherman. I'm meant to catch and release, man. I'm meant to catch and release. Oh, brother. What a freaking day we've had. Sometimes the best thing to do is just laugh at yourself. And I do that quite often. Because I do stupid stuff like that all the time. Well, I think that might be the sign to go in. That was my last squiddy, 85. And we have had an amazing, amazing day so far. So let's start heading on back in. We still got about a mile and a half to go. So we might throw around some more, but we'll see you back at the ramp. My legs are jello. All right, y'all. Well, that is going to wrap things up for day 2, and we have the brand new Tacoma loaded down, kayak, fish cut up, everything is put away finally. And I don't know if I mentioned, but I Just got this truck this week. Me and my grandma went out truck shopping, and big shout out to her for helping me find this. And she is a beauty, and she has been a good luck charm so far. Other than the one parking ticket for $210 from yesterday, it has been my good luck charm. Big muttons today, tarpon on the flats yesterday, and we still got 2 more days to fish down here. So if you guys want to stay tuned for any of those videos, please like and subscribe. I put videos out every Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. So we're gonna drive home because we have a good night's sleep ahead of us because we pedaled all day against that current and wind, and I'm beat. So we'll see you in the next one. Oh! What the heck do we have here? Good fish. Giant mutton. Giant mutton.